Hi everyone, it's Peter Zellum's Griniflix Adventure 8 and welcome back to another video. This is probably going to be the last video for 2020. I hope you've had a good Christmas and wish you all a very happy new year. What I'm going to compare today is these no-name camera brand straps, no specs lug versus an authentic Peak design one. So I'll continue with my camera strap experiment. If you follow the links and the YouTube videos that I've done earlier on these camera straps, I broke a lens filter because I tripped, I fell over and the camera strap broke, and that's what broke was one of these no-name Chinese straps that have a copy design. From what I understand is the Peak design straps that have these detachable little lugs so that you can attach it to your camera and get rid of the strap at convenient times. Brilliant concept as far as I'm concerned. I really like that idea. However, from my previous tests I found that I did a drop test to work out roughly at what height do these straps break. The weak point in all of these straps is this lug. And the biggest stress point in the lug is where this little cord goes into the plastic. That is the largest stress point. So that, without a doubt, will be the point of failure every time. These little Chinese unbranded, there's no specs on what weight these things can carry. They seem to fail at about this height, which is only about 30 centimeters or 1 foot. And if you do the physics on it, plus allowing for strap stretch, I think that works out to be about 3 or 4 G gravity times 3 or 4 times gravity, so that works out about 10 to 12, 15 kilograms capacity before these things break. What I'm going to compare today is these no-name camera brand straps. I mean, everything's made in China these days, so it's not an aspect of where it's made, but it's more like what's the design. So this is no name, no brand name, no specs lug versus an authentic Peak design one that has the same very similar bracket and lug, and they are compatible. In this case here, I weighed my Nikon Z6 plus a 70 to 200 mm zoom. That combination, it was an F-mount zoom with FTZ adapter, so that combination was about 2.7 kilograms or something like that. So I rigged up this little weight here with bolts, which weighs around 2.7 kilograms. I've attached the Peak design bracket. In this case here, my first test will be the no name, no brand lug, and then compare that to the Peak design lug. What's the difference between the two lugs, you might well say? There is some physical difference. They look pretty much the same. Alright, I'll keep this little paper on the Peak design lug, and this is the no name, no brand lug. There are some hints as far as what the difference is. You'll find that the Peak design lug does taper off towards where the cord is attached, whereas the generic one is just flat. They're the same diameter, otherwise they look pretty much the same. The red part here is a bit thicker than the Peak design part, but both are interchangeable with no name brackets. So that's a no name bracket and strap, and this is the Peak design lug, and that also fits in there as well. So they are, and likewise with the Peak design bracket, both these lugs fit inside that bracket as well. Now, the other key difference with the Peak design, and you see it in the packaging of the Peak design lugs, is that Peak design are confident, and they have done some testing, and they rate their strength of this lug to 90 kilograms. Okay, that's static 90 kilograms if you're just lifting up 90 kilograms. The other reality is that if you've got a 3 kilogram mass on the strap, then you could apply a 30 G force, 30 gravity force, 30 times by 3 is 90, 30 G force, and effectively dropping it, allowing for a stretch in the camera strap. A 3-foot drop will produce around a 30 G force. So if you're carrying 3 kilograms times by 30 gives you 90 kilograms. So we'll see whether the Peak Design lug can actually, with my Nikon Z6 standard camera strap allowing for stretch, whether it can actually sustain that 30 G force. Let's see how we go. Alright, first test, and we've got Ali. We can see Ali down here on the ground, but she's my assistant. She'll be the person putting the weight. So we're doing the generic tag first, or lug, and we're only doing a 100mm drop. Alright, and then drop it. Oh, easy. First test, 100 mils. Okay. Okay, we're going to be doing the 200 now. 200mm drop. On your marks, get set, go.
Oh!
Surprised?
Yes!
That failed at 20 centimeters, so 200mm. Okay, well, that was the end of that test. So now we're going to be doing the Peak Design tags, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go 100mm, 200mm, 300mm, and then see how much confidence we have in going up higher and higher and higher. Okay, so this is the 100mm test. So that was good for that one, 100. So now we're going to go 200. $200 is good. Let's go for 300. $300 is good. Going for 500. $500 is good. We're going for 700. That's right up here. $700 is good. And now for the big one, 900. Here we go. $900 survived. Peak Design, I'm going to be using them. Now I've got some more confidence in this wonderful design. This concept is fantastic and I love it. I lost confidence completely using these no-name brand tags, and this is exactly what happens to those no-name brand tags. And that was just from a 20 centimeter drop, whereas the Peak Design tabs went right up, and without failing, right up to 3 feet. This went to 3 feet and would go stronger. So I won't take this to failure because I want to use them. If you want me to take it to failure, well then send some comments and like, and we'll see. Might take it to the extreme and see how far we can actually go with those. But to sustain a 90 centimeter drop on one tag is fantastic. So if you had more of a drop like that in real life, you would really hurt yourself. So Peak Design, top stuff. I love it. Really strong. I'm going to be using them. Hope you liked the video. Thumbs up if you do. Really appreciate it. And do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. We'll see you on the next video in the new year. Happy New Year. Cheers.